This isn't going to be super in depth, but I saw a couple of videos on changing this E46 motor's oil, and a couple of the things people did I just did not like. So I watched a few videos, and then I'm going to build my video off of several videos. So first of all, you're going to want to obviously drop the oil. If you have jack stands and a jack, go ahead and jack your car up and then secure it with jack stands. What I'm doing is incredibly unsafe. Do not do what I'm doing. I've just driven up on a couple of pieces of oak so that I had enough room to slide underneath. The ground's very wet here, so I was having issues with getting my jack underneath and actually raising it. And the car's so damn low that I couldn't get the jack stands underneath with a piece of wood, which is what I would need for the jack stands not to sink into the earth. So I've gone ahead and done this. Again, don't do this, but jack your car up and give yourself plenty of room to get under there. In order to get to this filter, you'll need to take this cover off, and this is just two tins right here. Just go ahead and zip those out, and then it kind of pulls out. The first thing you'll do is open up your fill cap. I did loosen the filter as well, and I'm not loosening that, taking that all the way out, because I don't want a bunch of oil to run out. And then I'm also lifting up my dipstick. So what I did was I climbed under here and I loosened the the drain plug there with a 17 millimeter, and I'm just catching my oil in this aluminum pan I had, and I'll go ahead and put that in a plastic tote later. So the issues I had with the other videos is your filter should come with the new gaskets that it needs. So on the filter holder, there are several O-rings. There's one here, and then there's one here and one here. There's also this washer. Sometimes they're called crush washers. This one's not necessarily that type. The old one, the old filter and the old crush washer I've already taken out. The old washer's down in the bottom of that. So one of the videos I watched, they didn't replace this, and I know it's a back and forth battle. It doesn't need to be done every time, but if it's provided and it's such a cheap part, why not do that? So make sure you get the filter that comes with all the gaskets that you need. So here's the several rubber gaskets that I need for the filter holder, and then that also came with the washer for the drain plug. So I've gone ahead and put the new one on here. I'm going to put the new rings on the filter holder and then install the new filter. So there's the large one and the two smaller ones. I just used this screwdriver to pop those off. Don't be too concerned with damaging them, taking them off, because remember, you have the new ones. I did see that someone was unable to get this larger one off, and so they said they double stacked it. I have no idea how they even accomplished that, but don't do that. Take the time to get this out of here, even if you have to cut it and pull it out. I think someone was saying this was kind of caked in there. This plastic's pretty hard, so don't worry about damaging this. I mean, don't go crazy, but make sure you get that out and get that new one in. So this is the new large one here, and then the two smaller ones are in place. And then this is symmetrical, so I'm assuming it doesn't matter which side you put in, but I'm going to put this lettering in top side. I'm going to put the letters on the top, and then you'll fill it seat. Just push it until it goes all the way. So that should be good to go. I'm going to go ahead and put that drain plug back in. I don't know how well you can see that. Lighting looks pretty bad to me, but I've got that snugged up. I got it tight till the point where it stopped turning, and then I just snugged it over just a little bit more. You don't want to go too crazy on those. I don't know what the actual metric torque is or the foot-pounds on that, but just don't go too crazy. One thing I didn't cover is there should be a door here. I should have had to have removed this. Apparently mine left the chat at some point, and I do not have it. So anyway, you'll need to remove that to get to that drain plug. But yeah, that's a 17. Get that snugged up. Okay, I got that drain plug all snugged up. I'm going to wipe this little bit of oil off. It's a 21-year-old car. My motor's not in bad shape, honestly. Okay, let's go ahead and get this filter back installed. So this just spins down on there. Actually saw somebody saying not to use used motor oil to wet these, which is kind of, it's inevitable since it's covered in old motor oil. However, I don't think it's necessary to use motor oil. They were saying that old motor oil is acidic, but the amount of time that it would take for the acidity of the old oil to eat through that seal is much greater than the next time you're going to change this O-ring on your next oil change. So if you use old oil on there, like, it's not the end of the world. I did. All right, so let's just tighten this back down. These new gaskets are nice and snug, so that's nice. All right, so mine has 25 on there for the metric torques. It's actually sat all the way down. I couldn't possibly get it any more tighter. So if you have the tool, which I would obviously recommend, I had to use a monkey wrench to just crack it. I didn't use it to take it off, but it had been on so long that it was real tight. So I just got it to crack loose, and then I loosened mine by hand, and then I actually tightened mine all the way back down by hand. And those new gaskets made it much more difficult than when it came off, because they're not mashed down from being in there so long. So it'll be definitely more difficult to get it back in. So if it's tighter for you, it's because those gaskets are so new that they're expanded out, and it's tight to get it back in there. So go ahead and snug that back down and tighten that to that 25 torque if you've got it with the tool and a torque wrench. Otherwise, doing it by hand, I would imagine, is more than adequate, especially considering, like I said, you can't seat this any further. I'm going to go ahead and pull my dipstick back up a little bit more. So I'm going to go ahead and start filling this. I believe this was 4 liters and a quarter. I'm going to start with just around 4 and see where that gets me. I just put shy of 4 liters in here, and I ran it for a bit. And the reason I did that was to get the oil moving through the motor, but also I wanted to make sure my drain plug wasn't leaking. And the reason I checked that is because I want to take the car down off of these ramps before I continue filling it, just so the motor's at the level it's supposed to be. So what I'm going to do now is just roll it off, and then I'm going to continue filling till my dipstick says full. This way I know exactly how much it takes rather than guessing, because again, the internet said 4 to 4 and a quarter. So I'm just going to keep going, and then I'll know exactly how much for my next time. So on the dipstick, this is low and this is full, and this is about a liter in between. I'm going to go ahead and show you where I'm at. I think I'm pretty good, actually. Alright. So as you can see, I am right there. You can see that or not, I'm not sure, but basically right on the money. I slowly took my time and filled it. So I've got about, I don't know, maybe a little more than 3/4 of a liter left. So it was about right. It said, the internet said about 4 to 4 and a quarter liters. I'm going to leave it where it's at now, and not risk overfilling it. Another reason I wanted to make this video is because I saw a guy, he said he overfills his motor by like a liter. I don't know why he was trying to justify doing that, but I don't recommend doing that. The manufacturer has a certain amount of liters for a reason, and when you overfill it, it creates issues with pressure and can mess up your seals and stuff. So try to go with what is factory recommended. This is the first time I've ever changed this oil in this car, so I just Googled everything basically and then contacted a parts store here in Spain. So the parts store got me set up with this synthetic 530. This is ACEA C3 compatible, so I believe that's what is recommended for this vehicle. I think BMW recommends the BMW Long Life, but I think this is similar to that, compatible to that. So I just contacted them, and they got me the oil and the filter, and then I just Googled how much I'd actually need. So obviously they knew how much when they sold me the 5, because I only ended up needing a little more than 4. So yeah, don't overfill it. Take your time and replace those gaskets. Make sure you get the one for the drain plug too. Sorry if this was not very detailed or if I was a little ranty, but I just wanted to give you an idea of what I did. And this is a 316 Ti, and this is the compact. Thanks for checking out my video, and I hope it helped you. Stay safe and stay sane out there.